it's okay to conquer this Inca empire. Dear friends, here Mr. Bingham found bronze chisels, different kind, different sizes, different shapes of bronze chisels that Incas used to split the stone. But there is a big problem. Bronze is not so hard like an iron, and granite is very hard stone. So how Incas split the stone using bronze chisels? The answer we have observing this rock. Look at this stone. This is the natural characteristic of this kind of granite stone here. Look at, it's composed by natural cracks, natural fractures, natural veins. Incas took advantage of these weak places. They introduced there the bronze chisel, they introduced stones, they introduced wood. In that way, Incas split the stone. After Incas got pieces of rock from the boulder, the next process is to dress and then to polish. For that, Incas used just stones, but they used very hard, compacting, toughness stone like diorite, basalt, magmatic stone, and the most important one, hematite. Hematite contains about 60% of iron, so Incas began to use natural iron. So they used the stone hammer and just pounding, percussion system, Incas dressed the stone. For polishing, Incas used two kinds of rock, andesite and sandstone. Why these two rocks? Because these two rocks are natural fire, are very rough, very abrasive. Incas do that kind of rock and just friction system like this, Incas polish the stone. For transportation, Incas use rollers, not wheels, just roller, 3 tracks. On roller, using wood levers and ropes, these strong Andean people move and transport stone. Basically, those were the techniques and the tools that Incas used to build Machu Picchu. Dear friends, if you have time, I recommend it to visit the Archaeological Museum in Cusco or next to Aguascalientes village if you have overnight. In those museums you are going to see original Inca tools that archaeologists found in this last quarry of Machu Picchu. Over here.
Allí se ven me quedan como mariposas. Canarias, Canarias. Mi mamá, ¿te acuerdas de Canarias? Por aquí, por aquí, por aquí.
Yo también me fijaba el camino.
Eran muy bonitas, es que eran como maripositas.
Sí, pero eran pequeñitas.
Sí, pequeñitas, pequeñitas. Más pequeñas que las que llegan.
Dear friends, this is the religious sector of Machu Picchu because here we have two important temples. Mr. Bingham called that building the main or the principal temple, and that building over there, the temple, the 3 windows. We are agree with Mr. Bingham, of course, because look at the beautiful and finest architecture, very similar that you saw in many temples in Cusco. Look at now this building. This is completely different, dear friends. Look at very irregular stone and clay, mortar in between. Why Incas did different kind of architecture? The answer is very simple. Incas used that beautiful and finest architecture only in temples, king palaces, and astronomical observatories. That's all. Not in buildings like this, where these people sleep there, they cook inside. Those are domestic activities. This is the reason why Incas use also rustic architecture. But you have to know something important. Incas didn't leave the wall like this. When they used rustic architecture, Incas plastered the wall with a very thick layer of clay and gypsum. They plastered, and after that they painted in red, white or yellow color. Amazing. The view of Machu Picchu in the Inca time was completely different than we see nowadays. The principal temple is facing southeast. What do we have over there? We have the big mountain of Machu Picchu. Incas worship that mountain in that principal temple. But why? Something important. Incas found up there, dear friends, what is the clouds? Two natural springs, drinkable water. The main reason why Machu Picchu is here. Incas understood without water over there, nothing here. Water is extremely important. This is the reason why they built the temple, to worship, to give thanks, Machu Picchu mountain. The temple of the three windows represent the Holy Trilogy. Incas split our universe in three different parts. The most important for Incas was the sky. Incas call the sky Pacha, means the upper world. Underneath, caves. Remember, Incas used caves like cemeteries, tombs, burial site. Incas call Ujupacha, means the inner world. Condor represent the heaven, Piuma represent the present world, a snake represent the inner. That is the meaning of three. So that is the meaning of that three open windows over there. So that was the temple of the universe that Incas call Pachamama. Pachamama is the universe. 3 minutes for your picture here, Kodak moment, before we go over. Picture time.